All right, so we're talking about it. Let's talk about it. The reason why I want to talk about this is probably one of the most commented things or messaged things that I get on probably a weekly basis, and that's whether or not someone should go enlisted or officer. Before I address that, I do want to say that each person's circumstance is very different than the other. Financially, physically, mentally, professionally, and spiritually. Something to take note of when you are making this decision is where you are in life. And I say this because one of the most common things I am messaged is I went enlisted, how do I get my commissioning? First of all, if you are reaching out to a recruiter and they are telling you that you are going to commission within your time as an enlisted, that is twisted practice. And I say this because they too are trying to do their jobs. They have to meet numbers. Within your first contract, you need to understand that 3 to 4 year contract that you're going to do, you will not commission within that time. And I'm not being negative here, I'm being blunt. And you need to understand that what you sign up as enlisted will be the job that you will be doing as you are enlisted. And that is just something that you need to grasp, is if you go enlisted, be prepared to stay enlisted for 3 to 4 years before even being considered or applying to OTS. How do I know these things, you might be asking? I've had so many conversations with people who feel like they've been wrong going in to the Air Force as enlisted, and now they're obliged to fulfill this 3 to 4 year contract before even deciding to stay, get out, or apply to OTS. Just because you stay does not guarantee that you will get a commissioning. You need to understand that there are hundreds of people who are applying as well, and your circumstance is similar to those of others. Now, the reason why I mention you need to assess where you are in your life is you need to assess your age. You know, is the Air Force going to be something that you do temporarily and then you bridge it to a skill and then use that skill to come back as an officer, or are you going to use it longevity wise because you just don't know what you want to do and you want to, you know, hit your 20 years and stay the remainder as enlisted? Or do you want to do the whole Mustang route where you just stay enlisted for a while and then get your commission? I've seen it, especially for enlisted who are at 10 years. Now, I mention these things because it's like an onion, right? You keep peeling the layers, and there's just so much layers to this problem as to whether or not you want to go enlisted or commission. And it's very important to pick the route that best suits where you are in life and what you need in life and what goals you have in life. And I say this to hone in on the fact that some people will go enlisted so they could get money for school, only to come back as an officer. And then you have people like me who at one point wanted to be in the Air Force but ended up going to college and ended up having a career, or even went to college and didn't even have a career but always wanted to serve and, you know, never has had the chance to. And by the time that they decide to commission, you know, some of us are well in our late 20s, early 30s, late 30s, 40s, and that's how we gain our commission at least. And what I'm trying to say is, to each their own when it comes to their own career progression and what they want to get out of the Air Force. No one person is the same. However, I do believe that there are people on similar paths that can get you to where you need to go. And the fact that you're already questioning whether or not you want to go enlisted or officer speaks a lot about who you are as a person, because the military, no matter what branch you end up choosing, at the end of the day is meant to develop who you are as a person. And what they teach us in medical is, you know, people are physical, mental, spiritual. As long as you have all those needs met, then you as a person should technically be fulfilled. Take one of those components out, then you aren't fulfilled as a person. So in my circumstance, what drove me to become an officer instead of going enlisted was my circumstance. At the age of 30, I already knew what I wanted. I had been a nurse for about 5 years already, and that's about the same time when I started my master's, and then knew that I wanted to go into the Air Force. And I didn't start my master's until I was 32, and I ended at 34, and I commissioned at 34. And what I will say in conclusion to this video is, no matter what path or road you are right now, there is no right or wrong answer as to which one you choose, enlisted or officer route. However, with the training and the education that you receive, that is something that you will use not only now but also in the long run in how you develop yourself, how you mentor others, how you present yourself to the world. In all of actuality, you are growing as a person. And I will leave you with what one of my mentors once told me, is that leaders are readers and professionals will continue to educate themselves and go to school until the day they die. And I truly believe that, like, if you're not learning something new every day, then I don't know what you're doing with your life. You should be trying to learn something new every day. That's what keeps your mind sharp. I hope this gives perspective as to what I think about enlisted versus officer route and which one to pick. And yeah, I'm not trying to make this too long and drawn out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It really does help my channel. Besides that, I'll see you guys in the next video I produce. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, take care.